Welcome back to the Middling Along podcast. I'm your host, Emma Thomas, founder of Managing the Menopause and the Triple Shift. And this episode is a little bit different from our usual format, but I do have a guest, and my guest is Lisa Tyler from Beacon Coaching. Welcome to the podcast, Lisa.
Thank you, Emma. It's lovely to be here. It's a bit of a first.
It definitely is a first because there's no point being cryptic about it all. We're here to tell you about something that we are launching together. We're both very excited about. It's called Holding Up the Sky, and it's by the time you're listening to this, anyway, it will be live and accepting members. So, Lisa, maybe we can just kind of, if people haven't already heard about it from either one or both of us, should we tell people a little bit more about what it is and what it isn't and why they should definitely come and join us?
Yes, why don't we do that? I think, and this is a great off-the-cuff kind of opportunity to really rehearse for ourselves what we've got coming
we
up.
haven't planned this at all, so we're
No,
totally extemporising.
on the fly, but this is the
Hi.
essence of what we're doing. We are dealing with stuff as it comes at us. So really Holding Up the Sky is a space for the midlife woman. It is an opportunity for community, recognition and understanding, resources and support for all the things that we're doing all the time. As a midlife woman, we are caring for elderly parents, elderly relatives. We are likely to be looking after our teenagers, perhaps our older adult children. We're dealing with everything at work. We've got everything that's facing us in terms of trying to keep our careers afloat, having had all of the kind of different disruptions during our career paths. And we're hitting a point at which we're perhaps experiencing ageism, or we need to change and we need to be doing something else. But certainly in terms of my own experience as well, maybe that's an opportunity to talk about that. We're looking at people who are facing this midlife collision. That's the term that we have come to know and love, coined by Lucy
Describes it so
Ryan.
well, doesn't it? It's like everything all at once, right at the time when maybe we've got perimenopause symptoms lobbed into the mix as well. And sometimes it just feels like absolutely overwhelming. You know, the statistics around, you know, women at this point of life burning out is phenomenal. And yeah, the support just isn't really there, is it? So that's why we were building this.
Exactly. And we were both so passionate about it. And we kind of came together to talking about this midlife collision, didn't we, a couple of years ago, and realized there was nothing out there. And, you know, roll up the sleeves as we tend to do.
Yeah.
And let's march on and get something in place. So we hope that it'll be a really great place for people to come together and share some of those stories, be able to support each other, but not just feel the weight of it. And I think, we've talked about this a little bit today, haven't we, Emma? Just not just feeling the weight of it, but thinking about what else could come after when we get through this. Some of it you can't put aside, but how can we build resilience, capacity, the ability to manage this stuff, not just cope with what's being thrown at us, but manage it in a way that feels better, that doesn't throw us into the pit of burnout, that gives us a way forward. Because, you know, midlifers, we're only halfway through on the whole, if you're lucky. And there are so many opportunities open to us. So how can we get ready for those? Bring it on.
Yeah. So maybe I'll kind of hand over the baton at this point and talk a little bit about what people get and importantly, how much does it cost? So let's get that bit out of the way first. So it's £20 a month to join as a member. If you're in any of the blue light professions or if you're working in education, there is a discount. So you'll find that on the website as well. And we'll make sure that we put all the links in the show notes, and we'll tell you at the end of the podcast. And so for that, you will get access to fortnightly group coaching sessions, and Lisa and I will tag team on those and alternate, and those will alternate between, let me get this right, Tuesdays and Thursdays, lunchtimes and evenings. So we'll kind of mix it up so that it's not always at the same time on the same day, and hopefully people can join us. We'll be hosting the community on a platform that's called Circle, and that gives lots of opportunity for people to interact, ask questions, You know, Lisa and I will be in and out of that community all the time, and sort of providing signposting. If we can't answer things, we'll be signposting to people. There are links to a whole bunch of different resources in there that we'll be adding to as well over time. And we're going to have some great expert speakers coming along, talking to our members. So we've got some lined up that we can already tell you about. So in September, we've got a session on yoga therapy for midlife and menopause, which is going to be great. And you can do it from your chair, wherever you are. So you don't even need a yoga mat. We're going to have a menopause session in October with Dr. Beth Thomas, who works alongside me managing the menopause when she's not very busy off being an NHS GP or a BMS accredited menopause specialist. And then Lisa, tell us what we've got coming up in November.
Yeah, November we have got Nikki Cave from Elder Care, and she is the MD there. She's going to be talking to us about financing care. So what's available to you, how you can plan for it, and what support you might also be eligible for, so that you don't have to do it all by yourself, and perhaps ask those questions around, do I have to sell the house, for example. And then in December, I'm hoping that we'll have somebody to focus on difficult conversations around end of life, thinking about grief. Obviously, December is a time when we're going to be missing a lot of loved ones, perhaps. That would be a really useful conversation. And we've got some amazing guests lined up for next year as well. So just scheduling them in at the moment.
I want to shove them all in at once, but we can't do that. We've got to drip feed people. And I should say as well that if you can't attend any of those kind of guest expert sessions, they'll all be recorded, and there'll be a whole library of replays that you'll be able to watch back. We won't be recording the group coaching sessions though, because they're, you know, places for people to share things that might be, you know, really might be struggling with. So it's really important that we're able to create a sort of psychologically safe environment there. And I don't think I mentioned at any point, but Lisa and I are both trained executive coaches. We're accredited by the main coaching bodies. So yeah, hopefully that also kind of gives you some reassurance that we know what we're doing.
Yeah, and the other thing I was going to say, Emma, as well, is, you know, this is the start. It's a launch. We haven't got everything in there, and I think our members are going to really help us to shape what they need to see, what they need support with. And you know, we've got partnerships, we've got collaborations with different organizations as well. So I think there's going to be a lot there that when we are meeting our actual members, we will hear more about what they need.
It's going to evolve, I think, over time, isn't it? And I think that, yeah, and that's another important point about the subscription fee. So if you join us in our launch phase, you will keep that £20 per month, or discounted for blue light and teachers. You'll keep that joining rate for as long as you stay in the community. So there's a good chance that we don't exactly know when we'll be putting the rates up. I think that depends on how quickly we reach capacity with the initial launch phase. But yeah, we would encourage you to join early and lock in the discounted rate, the launch rate, because it will, as it obviously grows and evolves, and that whole kind of library of resources and recorded events gets added to, then there's more and more value there. What have I missed, Lisa? Anything else?
Gosh, I think you've covered quite a lot, actually. I think that's everything. And I think, you know, we're learning from each other. We're learning how to run a community, but we're experienced in so many other things. And I think the energy that we have to bring to this is born from our own experience as well. So we are not just doing this because we know how to do it. You know, we are literally making it up as we go along in life. I think we've got a little bit more behind us that means we can do this. But we do know there is a need, and that has come from, you know, the research that we've done with our own clients and the people the audiences that we talk to. So we know there's a need for something like this, and we really hope that people will start to be part of that community and start contributing to it and taking part, an active part, because you get so much more from that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all crave connection and community. And yeah, I was reading a LinkedIn post yesterday saying, you know, despite the fact that we're so connected online, we're sort of in many ways we're more disconnected than we've ever been, in terms of, you know, actually kind of loneliness and sort of that deep human connection that we all crave. So
and in terms of belonging,
Yeah.
as well. I mean, and fun fact, we've only met once in real life, haven't we? You know, you're
Honestly,
all the way over there in Oxford and I'm all the way over here in Cambridge, and we have met once in real life.
yeah,
And
I've known you forever. Anyway, we'll stop waffling on. I'm going to put some links in the show notes, but you can basically the kind of the holding site, if you like, is www.holdingupthesky.com. We'll put all the updates on there, and yeah, once we're live, I'll update the show notes as well with the sort of the live joining link for people. So we hope to see some of you in there, and yeah, very excited.
can't wait to get started and to open the doors. But yeah, so a bit of a launch party on Tuesday, and we'll see what we get from that.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Emma.
thanks, Lisa.
Thanks for listening to the Middling Along podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, please go and leave us a review over at Apple Podcasts. You can check out the full back catalogue of all our episodes over at middlingalong.com. You can also find out more about my work as a coach and go to www.thetripleshift.org.